Hello survivors, Psyniac here from First Aid Spray podcast with a little bit of a different video. Today we're going to be looking at Lace.com's limited edition Resident Evil vinyl. This is something we mentioned in a previous episode of the podcast in the news segment, and I did say that I had picked them up and I will be doing a short video on them. So here we are. It's going to be just a brief overview of some of the kind of artwork on them and what they look like, so let's just jump right into it. So I've taken the cellophane off these already and had a brief look myself, but just to reduce the glare more than anything. So this is the first one. You'll see here, this is the Resident Evil 2002 remake vinyl. That front cover there, the iconic zombie turning around, very nice stuff. Minimalism, nice darkness. Both of them have these kind of little caps on the end there, just to tell you Lace.com, you know, original soundtrack, music by Capcom sound team, pressed on 180 gram vinyl. So we're just going to go ahead and slide that off first of all. And then the back cover for this one has this really nice grisly image of a zombie there over the Spencer Mansion and the track listing below. Fairly standard layout for the track listing on this, of course. And then we'll just pop that one open as well, just so we can get a look at the inside. So there's a fantastically, again, continuing the theme, the sort of blue tinge. You've got the main foyer of the Spencer Mansion there. And of course these are pressed onto two different vinyls, so there's an A and a B and a C and a D, so I'll just slide one of these out just to get a quick look at that as well. That's a kind of splatter, a blue splatter. You might not be able to see that necessarily, but it's got like a dark shine to it, and yeah, there's the A and a slightly more blood splattered B on the other side. Safe to assume that the C and the D are like that as well. So very pretty stuff, not overly complicated or anything like that, but simple's good, and the blue colour scheme for Resident Evil 2002. And we'll just put that aside for now. And of course Resident Evil 2, this is the 1998 version of Resident Evil 2, so interesting choices. The original remake, but the original Resident Evil 2, and the colour scheme for this one is a wonderful red there with the iconic liquor, and the slide off this time around on the original game. Let me just pull that up close for you. The little slide off there has a bit of a silhouette of a hunter. This time around you've got William Birkin G, that's G2. Again, same sort of thing, we'll just slide that off to get a better look at everything. And the back cover for this one, very similar. Continuing the theme, you've got the red, you've got a zombie head floating in the corner there, over the front of the RPD. Again, wonderful artwork, really simple stuff. And the track listing for this one, kind of what you'd expect from previous releases of the soundtrack, in the sense that it starts with the credit music before it goes on to the actual individual pieces of the score, and then again once more we've got two different vinyls for that one. So let me just pull out C and D on this side, and these ones are a little more stylized. Of course we're continuing the theme of red with this, and again it's that splattered look, the red sort of almost kind of marbled, and yes, you'll notice that the it says ink ribbon royal type without the typo, because of course that's remake. But yeah, that's a nice little touch on there as well. So that's a brief look at what that looks like. We'll just also show you the inside of that one like I did previously. And there is the inside of the main hall of the RPD from the original game with the original layout. So again, wonderfully it follows the theme that you saw from the original one there. They're definitely made as kind of companion pieces to each other. I don't know if they're on sale at all anymore. They were sold as normal black variants, and then the coloured variants that you just saw there, those are sold out, the limited edition versions, but you may be able to pick up the classic black vinyls if you are interested. I haven't had too much of a chance to listen to them, but from what I did have a quick spin, they sound kind of wonderful. Obviously your mileage is going to vary depending on your record player. Mine is quite basic and quite cheap. It's kind of my starter vinyl player, as I haven't really been collecting all that long. But yeah, lovely little additions to my growing collection of vinyl. Definitely didn't want to miss out on that. So for those of you who are interested, I'll chuck a link to Laced in the description in case they are still available and you can pick them up. And if not, maybe they'll do some other stuff in the future. And of course, you can try scouring the internet for them now, but I'm sure prices are inflated. But there's a brief look at Lace.com's Resident Evil Limited Edition vinyl. With that out of the way, of course, I just want to say make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. All of our episodes do come out here a little bit more delayed than they do on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher and so on. So of course it's best to have us on a podcasting app. But if you do prefer YouTube for listening to podcasts, why not? You can do that. But we also have some ideas for some future video content coming. And of course, don't forget to hit up the Discord server. Link for that is in the description, where you can join and discuss Resident Evil, the podcast, and all other various bits and bobs as well. But as always, have a good week, guys.